Flippy update.
Do you want fries with that?
Flippy. Flippy is a colloquial name we use for the disembodied robot arms that are taking our jobs, enslaving our children, and flirting with our spouses. We've been tracking this robot takeover for years now, and the Flippy title for all robots, really, just so happened to stick, I guess. So, we do track the actual Flippy, the hamburger flipping Flippy, by Miso Robotics. But, they're not in the news all the time, so we sort of spread our wings and see what else we can find. In today's episode here, we have... Oh, I have the wrong story up on the board here. The actual story is from Mashable, and the headline here is "Very Good Robot Sidekick Helped Assemble a remote-controlled plane. Who says robots can't have hobbies too?" And there's a video at the top of this Mashable article where a robot arm that's on a four-wheeled sort of body, I guess, or computer type of thing, is wheeling around this office and grabbing things at one end and bringing it to a gentleman who is building this model plane or remote-controlled plane. And it says here, using a small tablet. What does it say here? The human. Okay, well, let me go through the video here because it's the text is always interesting. A robot sidekick helped its human assemble a model airplane. Again, a robot sidekick helped its human assemble a model airplane. They're having fun with it, I hope. Strictly robots. That's right. And then it says here, in this unusual study, the robot was given an assembly task to determine whether human preferences can be effectively transferred. Okay. In order to complete the construction of the model RC plane, using a small tablet, the human is shown a list of suggested parts or actions. All right. After the part is selected, a robot vehicle cruises over to the storage area and fetches them. From there, a small robot arm hands the pieces over to the human and patiently watches as a fellow machine comes into being, which is the remote-controlled plane here. So, in this time when we grew up with all the propaganda or predictive programming, more specifically, in TV shows and movies, and the idea of having a robot assistant, sort of R2-D2, C-3PO, the robot nanny from the Jetsons, or Johnny Number 5, or you can count many robots and in movies and films that have that kind of thing. This is sort of the closest thing to that I've seen tangibly, where you have a literal robot that's rolling around in your office or your garage, picking up things, bringing it to you, and I don't know. It's I can see this becoming a thing for people. That's all I'm saying. And thus we enter the age of robot assistants, because this kind of thing can be very useful for someone who's got a lot going on or has a long distance to travel to grab items. If you have a warehouse full of tools and you're just saving a lot of time if you just make the robot go get it. You can just keep working on your thing while you allow the more monotonous things to get done by a robot. And that's I don't necessarily see a huge problem with that in a practical sense. I mean, I think about things that I do around the house, and I'm like, hey, listen, if a robot can take care of that, if a robot arm can take care of that, look, I got more time to spend with the kids. I got more time to research, more time to actually finish Age of Deceit 4. I mean, wouldn't that be a trip? Hey, I was able to finish the documentary finally. All that time that got freed up from my robot arm that does our laundry and the dishes and picks up diapers. That'll be the day. when they, they pick up diapers. So there you go. There's our Flippy update. I know it's not the craziest Flippy update, but without Basil here, I don't want to do something too mind blowing because I think last time he missed like the robot arm that does surgeries or something like that. It was a pretty intense one. It was like Bill Gates funded. So anyway,